Good morning, everyone. Welcome into Edie's Attic. My name is Jenny, and I am here with your weekly love message. I was channeling this song by Bryan Adams. Everything I do it for you. So I'm getting a few things. I'm getting the names Bryan might be related to you, relevant to you and your energy, or the person that you're thinking of, or you. Adam, Robin might be relevant to someone. Um, I'm nervous. I'm feeling like there's someone that's around you. This is someone that you might be in a committed relationship with. This is someone that you may be married to. This is like a boyfriend, a girlfriend, or this could be someone that you're not yet interacting with or engaged with. But there's someone in your energy that wants you to see how much they really truly love you. This is like a love where it almost hurts. They love you so much, but it's like you don't believe it. You don't see it, you don't understand it, and they want you to see it through their eyes. If only you knew. Everything I do it for you. This is someone that, like, if you're married, everything that they do, every time they wake up, every time they go to work, every time they make a decision, every little thing that they do in their life, um, to build themselves up or to build their stability or their foundation is always leading back to you. You're the reason. You're the reason why they do everything that they do. You're enough. You're reason enough for them to work so hard and to try so hard and to become something better. And if this is someone you're not connected to yet, this is someone that has been behind the scenes working on themselves and building themselves up and going for that better job and getting that bigger house and preparing, like a nesting almost. And if this is a feminine, this is someone that is nesting, that is developing a homestead and creating a world that she can pour you into, that is peaceful and that is beautiful and that is welcoming to you. So it goes both ways. I feel like for both the masculine and the feminine here, there's two individuals that are working so hard to improve themselves and the world in which they live in order to make it a better place for you. And then we have this card, Nervous. It says, "You make me feel nervous and excited in a good way. I am scared to approach you." I'm feeling like I'm feeling this is a masculine that's going through this energy right now, where they feel this nervousness in regards to your receptivity and how much you actually appreciate the gestures or the hard work. And there's a lot of doubt going on in this masculine's mind about being enough for you. Like, if they have done everything they can to try to woo you or win you over or to build a level of trust, safety, I'm getting, feeling secure and stable, for some reason they don't feel like it's enough. What am I not doing right? What am I missing? How am I not getting this right with the collective? What do I have to do for them to feel safe with me, to see me for who I am, to know that I'm coming with the best intentions and that I'm trying my hardest, and I'm running out of ideas. I don't know what else to do to show myself to them. I feel like Spirit wants you to, if this feels like you and you're the feminine, Spirit wants you to vocalize your appreciation. That might not be something that you're used to doing or feel that you have to do, but I feel like this is something that the masculine needs to hear to feel validated at this point, because he's putting a lot of effort in toward you right now. And I'm feeling this heavier towards the collective who is in a relationship, like a committed relationship, something that has been consistent. This isn't really for those listening in this part that are single. But this is for like the committed collective. You need to say thank you, or let them know how great something is. If they did something for you, let them know that you appreciate it. Show some enthusiasm, because you may be in this place where you're very comfortable and maybe you've been together a long time, but there's like this new energy within your masculine where he's trying to reestablish some kind of level of stability and even a little bit of romance and spontaneity. He's being very creative about how he goes about it, and he's trying some new things. He's trying not to be redundant in the way that he behaves in this relationship. He's trying to approach this relationship like brand new with a fresh start. And I think that maybe because you've been with this person for so long, that maybe you just assume that he knows that you appreciate it. But if this is something that they need to hear, they need to see, they need to feel, because they're feeling really nervous about their actions, that maybe they're going about it wrong, or maybe they shouldn't have changed anything at all. And am I being immature and juvenile for even attempting to try this in a different way? Because I don't feel that my divine feminine is being receptive to it. So spirit really does want you to vocalize your love and appreciation for these small gestures that seem to be coming out of nowhere, like out of the box. Tell them, thank you, I love you, this is beautiful. Let them hear it. In reverse, we have karmic. So you're not dealing with your situation, and this is for both married and single. You may have viewed this person, this energy that's attached to you, as a karmic connection. You may have listened to a lot of spiritual readings, channeled messages. You started learning about the word karmic, and then maybe you've been questioning, maybe not intentionally, but in the back of your mind, when things happen or there's some kind of altercation or some kind of situation where you guys are being combative or you don't agree on something, back of your head, you keep thinking, this has got to be a karmic. They're testing me. It's a lesson. This isn't my forever person because it's a karmic. No, they're saying it's not a karmic situation. You are in a very good situation with someone that is on your level, that is a soul mate. Doesn't necessarily have to be anything grand or specific like a twin flame or anything like that, but it's a soul mate, someone that's here to be a helpmate on your journey and you on theirs. And that, yes, there are going to be situations where you're not going to agree. That is the beauty about being human and about having free will and about having your own thoughts and your own opinions and your own ideas. And we're not always going to see eye to eye. And we have emotions, we have feelings. We will feel a certain way. And it does take another person a minute to process how they made you feel. And yes, sometimes we will argue. We will not agree on everything. And that doesn't mean a person is karmic. It doesn't mean that they're toxic. It doesn't mean that they don't deserve to be a part of your life because they don't agree with everything that you say or do, and vice versa. So if there had been questions in your mind or doubts about a person that you're with because you've been playing with that word in your head, karmic, Spirit's saying to drop that thought. This is not a karmic situation. And you'll know. I mean, there's some people maybe listening to this reading that are definitely dealing with a karmic, and there's going to be some pretty big red flags on the way that they behave that is extremely karmic. But for majority of the people listening, you are not dealing with a karmic. You're just having free will to express yourself, and they too, on the same, in the same way. So anything else, Spirit? Transformation. I feel like the both of you, whether together or not, have been going through a huge transformative phase in your life. And you guys are going through your own personal transformations. And if you are together, you're going through your personal transformations, but you're also transforming as a couple in your relationship. There's a lot of growth happening right now. You planted a lot of seeds in the past. You have been doing a lot of work over the last year or so. The seeds that you planted maybe a year or two ago and the goals that you set for yourself, you both have been working tirelessly to achieve those goals. And it felt like maybe for a month or two, maybe even 3, throughout the course of the summertime, there was almost like a very stagnant energy with each one of you and your relationship. It was very, very just not a lot of movement, not a lot of activity, not a lot happening. It felt very stagnant, very consistent, almost boring and lifeless because nothing was really happening. And then, boom, all of a sudden, like out of nowhere, things started happening for you, for them, and for the both of you. Like all of a sudden, maybe a new job came through, maybe that new house got built, or I'm getting for some of you, maybe finally an arrival of a new family member, like a baby has been born. There's certain things, maybe money has come through that has been tied up that you've been waiting on. Perhaps you guys are, finally, like when you have nothing to do ever, and then all of a sudden you get invited to like 15 different parties in the same day. It's that kind of feeling, but with your life instead. Like everything that you guys have planted the last couple of years, all of a sudden out of nowhere, it's all coming to like fruition and you're seeing the growth. Both of you have grown so much, and you guys are in this energy right now of like fast momentum. It's a very quick energy. There's so much going on, and there's a call for both of you to, even though there's a lot of fast movement and a lot of energy happening in both of your lives individually, there's a call for you to take a minute and to take that time, to put aside that time just for one another, just for yourselves, even some me time. So if not together, for yourself, by yourself, just to reflect, to take a minute, to take a beat, to take it all in. I'm getting, again, I always get this, but Spirit always wants me to say it: pray, give thanks and gratitude. Send that out into the universe. When you put that gratitude out and you feel the gratitude and you say what you're grateful for, that vibration of gratitude is going to pull more back to the both of you. You're going to start, it's like a snowball effect. Good things are starting to happen for you. Let's keep that momentum going because your vibrations are very, very high right now. I'm feeling, and they're very fast. When I feel that fast paced energy, that to me, I feel like this energy of the collective is very, very high frequency, because fast frequency is a high frequency. So now that we're in this fast paced frequency, we have to maintain it and snowball in that direction. So send out gratitude, say thank you, and put some time aside. Even though you guys are transforming and becoming something big and beautiful and bright and high vibe, you need to relax a little bit and ground yourselves and find some time for just the two of you to connect, to discuss about the things that are happening, to check in with one another, you know, check each other's temperatures, make sure you guys are both okay. Do you need help? Do you need support? Talk to them, let them know, fill them in on where you might need help, where you might need. So another thing I channeled coming into this reading that I think would be a good place to insert that information now was when I started meditating and I asked Divine to open me up to receive information. In my third eye, and this was crazy, the way that I saw it, I saw two individuals. I saw a masculine and a feminine. But all of a sudden, I started seeing this masculine and feminine. I'm going to have to use hands to show you what I saw. I saw the two faces, and then I saw timelines, and I saw them in each timeline, and I saw them coming together. Like when you can like take two faces on those apps and merge them together to see what your children would look like, kind of like that. But I saw their faces, and then all of a sudden they blended, and they were like one face, but you could still see both faces and the distinct features of both individuals, but they were merged as one. But then this is the weird part. Every timeline after that they were merged as one, I saw them in some kind of general like outfit, like a soldier, some kind of like combative fighter. Like they were merged as one, and they were like in a soldier uniform. And I like really was blown away at the way that I saw it. It was really beautiful and interesting. It was like, whoa, that's different, spirit. And I'm kind of getting this feeling that whether or not you're with your person, whoever your counterpart is, your soulmate, you could be married to them, you could be in relationship with them, you could be in separation from them. But there's this energy of two people that are very much designed to be one. It's as if you guys were throughout timelines one soul, one individual, and then somewhere you guys split off. And it's like in this timeline that we're in right now, in this time frame, right now, in your physical reality, it's like two individuals really building themselves up, doing the work, growing, transforming. And it's as if while you're transforming into who you were supposed to become, like your highest self, you guys are coming closer together. You guys are starting to merge energies and become one solid unit where you guys are going to be so strong, so completely equipped. I'm getting very armored, very secure, like locked in. Like I love how the teenagers say, my kids always say to me, lock in, mom. Like you're locking in. So I think that was just really important to share because I couldn't really determine exactly at the time what I saw and what it meant, but it feels like that's what it means in this reading. I feel like it really connects. I do feel for some of you, for like a select few in this collective, and you're going to know if I'm talking to you, if this is for you or not. I do feel that this particular individual could be indeed what they would refer to as a twin flame. And that is why I'm getting from spirit that for some of you, this is a person that you were completely entwined with, and one body, like two souls, one body. Well, actually, it's one soul split off, but it was one throughout many timelines. And you may have lived many different lives with this person, but you were just one person. And then somewhere along the line, you split. You decided when we go back, we're going to do it differently. We're going to be in two different bodies, and we're going to experience different challenges and lessons, and we're going to double up on everything that it is that we need to learn this lifetime. And I think that your soul recognizes this person as your counterpart. I think that some of you may not even believe it, but there's something there that you understand, like it's deeper than you can even explain, that this person is definitely connected to you somehow, some way. And for some of you, it is that you guys have been together for lifetimes as one, and now you're not. And it's hard to navigate life as a half a soul, or like without that part of you, that essence of you. And you guys are doing it though. You're both working on yourselves and you're both growing and becoming beautiful independently. And I feel like there's this need to have to like merge back together. And that's just like a side note for some of you out there. But generally speaking, for this collective, I feel like the majority of us, it's more of the mentality and the understanding that there's two individuals here, soulmates, that are on these journeys that are really building themselves up and kind of like becoming a solid foundation within each other and in each other's relationship. So that's just something to share. We have frequency, um, dancing in love in reverse, and then black and white. It says, I can't stop thinking about you. We are aligning on the same frequency and vibration. But dancing in love is in reverse. Black and white, I've always tried to be realistic with life, but you open me up to color. So I feel like, yes, you two are aligning. Your energies are becoming very similar. I still feel that there is a gap. There's some kind of misalignment. You're almost there. The space between the two frequencies is much closer now than it has been before. There used to be a big difference, and it wasn't always one or the other. It was like one day it would be like the feminine's up here and the masculine's vibing down here. And then a few weeks later, maybe the masculine's on top of his game and the feminine's going through some heartache or some emotional distress. And there was like a teeter totter, back and forth. But it's becoming much more similar. The level between the two of you is very close in frequency. So you're very close to alignment. You're connecting more so on the 5D now, and you're starting to have interactions that are feeling very, very like what's serendipitous, almost serendipitous feelings. You're seeing like how things are making sense in the 3D physical, but we're not there yet, which is why we're not dancing in love here. Because if we were completely 100% on the same frequency, we would be like entangled. We'd be dancing in this frequency. We'd be wrapping around one another. We're not there yet. We're almost there. There's still like a few little things that need to be adjusted within both of your lives and both of your mindsets in order to get on the same level. It's almost like a catch-up game, because like I said before, it was like some days the feminine was high, some days she was low, and same with the masculine. But right now you guys are kind of coasting and you guys are elevating, but we're at a little bit of a different level with where we're at. And I think a lot of it has to do with, I'm feeling like the masculine energy here is still viewing his reality in a very black and white perspective, where he sees things as from a very logical point of view, where the feminine sees things from more of an intuitive place. She connects more from her spirit, and she taps into spirit a lot more than the masculine does. But I do feel with the feminine influence here, that the masculine is opening himself up to experiencing life from a more emotional place, a more spiritual place. It's very much out of this man's comfort zone. He's not used to this kind of way of experiencing life. He's not used to this at all. This isn't how he was raised. It's not how he has been programmed to believe how to exist. But he likes it. There's a part of him that feels very open to this, but it's just like starting something new, starting something brand new, something that you've never done before. It can be a little bit uncomfortable at first, and you might feel a little bit foolish or a little bit reluctant or insecure about allowing yourself to open yourself in that way. But he is, and I feel like the more this masculine becomes leans into his intuitive abilities and opens his heart space up more. I feel like this has a lot to do with the heart chakra, you're going to be coming closer and you're going to finally align. So when the masculine's heart completely opens and he allows himself to soften and to work through the heart space and not so much his rigid past ways of dealing with life and approaching life, is finally when you guys are going to even out. And I also feel, again, because we have the black and white card, I feel like it goes the other way too. I feel like the feminine has always worked so much from her heart space and has always leaned so much into her intuitive abilities and is so spiritual that there has been a need for this feminine to ground herself and become a little more rooted, planted, um, more logical, not just leaning in on her intuitive abilities, but becoming a little more headstrong and bringing that part into it, like merging the two of intuitiveness and being logical at the same time. So I feel like the both of you have been working on that. I feel like, he's working on opening up the heart space and you're working on your root chakra and becoming more grounded. I feel like those are challenges for the two of you because they're both so much out of your comfort zone. But you guys are doing it. You're doing the work. Every day you're tiptoeing around that particular area of your life that you're so uncomfortable with, and you're doing it, you're trying. So as you guys strengthen those chakras, there's going to be a balance, and then we're going to finally align as two individuals that are coming together, merging together, finally in sync and able to build, transform, grow, and become like the super strength of a relationship, super strength humans. And it's like you're armored, like that image I got in my third eye. So, yeah, that's amazing. This reading is like blowing me away because it's really taking a turn towards 5D and spirituality and really touching base on our growth and transformation as spiritual beings here while incorporating this situation of love that's happening in the 3D, the feelings and emotions of love. All right, anything else? I'm going to pull one from my personal deck and then we're going to wrap this up. Let's see, Spirit. Okay, so this kind of ties in to this reading. It says, we live in two separate realities. I feel like you guys realize that. You guys both acknowledge that you view life and you perceive life in a different way. And I think you guys have seen that. You've understood that. And again, we are working on that. We are beginning to see life in the way that our person sees life. And we're coming closer together to viewing life from the same lens. As above, so below. Create your heaven on earth now. Why wait? And that's what I'm hearing Spirit say. Why wait till you're not here to have the riches and the glory and the abundance that you deserve? You came here with an agenda. You came here with a goal. But more importantly, you came here to live, to experience, to enjoy. Create your, what is going on? There's just like really, okay, floating around. You came here to experience life. Create your heaven on earth now. Don't wait for it to be too late. Take that chance now. As above, so below. You don't have to wait till you're gone to experience it. Because then I'm picturing like then we're gone. Everything's done. We're back into our just energy bodies. We're no longer in our physical bodies. And then we're over there like, man, I really wish I would have done what I wanted to do when I was there in the 3D, when I was in the physical body. I don't know why I kept on procrastinating and putting things off. I went there for a reason. I went there to experience, and I never allowed myself to experience. What is stopping you? Why are you stopping yourselves from pure bliss, from enjoyment, from experiencing the beauties and the bounties of this life? Do it now. Spirit says, just do it. Don't wait no more. Shoot your shot. Take your chance. Go for your dreams. Go big. Go home. Do it all. Do it up. Yeah, that is exactly what Spirit wants you to do. And definitely when it comes back around to your relationship as well, make those moves. Give those hugs. Take those vacations. Take those mini breaks and just cuddle and relax and enjoy the fruits of your labor. It's not all about work. You can play too. Have your goals, get your work done, but don't forget to enjoy your time with each other as well. So that is your message for this week. I hope it resonated with you guys. If it did, please like and comment. And if you're not already subscribed, please subscribe. I would really appreciate it. And I will catch you guys on the next one. Bye.